purpose was so that they will come to worship him. That's what he told Pharaoh. That's what he told Moses. I said this last night. He made that clear. He said he wanted them to come worship him. And when they came to worship him, he was going to deliver them, set them free from all of the bondage and things that we all carry in our lives. I want to challenge you because, you know, we all get caught up in religion. And if you're not careful, religion will put you in a rut. And all of a sudden, in the midst of doing religion, you lose relationship.
Amen.
You lose intimacy with the Father. And Shabbat becomes another ritual. And I thank Allah that I get to travel because I go places where I've seen the frozen chosen in the midst of the Messianic community on Shabbat, and it's like, oh, Shabbat. And they're like 12 o'clock, thank God, let's get out of here. And it's like we forget this was supposed to be a time of spending with the King.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the truth is, he's been waiting on us.
Amen.
It's not us waiting on him, he's waiting on us.
Yes.
And so I want to encourage you, don't let your relationship become religious to the point where you beat people over the head because they don't keep Torah like you keep Torah.
Oh,
They don't talk your lingo. They're not wearing your tzitzit because you're wearing a tzitzit. Israel was supposed to be the light to the nations. And if we're going to be the light, guess what? You know what? People are more drawn to the light that's on your face than what you're hanging off your pants.
oh, yes.
They're more drawn to the light of God's presence when you give them a drink of water when they're sitting on the street corner begging for something. Then you drive past them and say, no, that's not my brother. Because there are people that believe that because, you know, they're not my brother, they're not Messianic, they're not in church like that. Forget that nonsense. Yahweh wanted us to be a light. And to be a light, that means we have to go beyond the norm. That means he's willing to stretch us from one end to the next. I shared this last night. You know, we get so, let me just, because I'm among family, right?
Yes.
And so we get so caught up in, you know, how we do things that we forget to just go back and ask him, Abba, are you in this? Does this please you? I mean, that's why he says, I detest your new moons, your Sabbath, because you know what? It's not, I'm not there, I'm not in it. You don't really want me there. And what I've learned is, and last night after I left this place, I tossed and turned in a deep sleep, and all I could hear was, there's got to be more. So let me challenge you. This is not enough. Let me say that again. This is not enough, Israel. Because what we're getting ready to face, you're going to need all of the Messiah.
Amen.
Let me say it again. We're going to need all of the Messiah. See, when we came into this movement, like everybody that came in, we were like excited because we got to learn Torah. So what did you do? You left everything spirit and you went all the way to the other side to learn Torah. You said, forget this, forget that, forget this, forget, and all of a sudden, while you were over there losing your family's like, stay away from me.
Mm-hmm.
God is like in his mercy going, okay, I'm going to use the very person that brought the division to bring the family back together and bring you back to the middle. So I look at the passage of the Mount of Transfiguration. You guys know the passage where Messiah is there and who's there with him? Moses and Elijah, representing spirit and truth, telling us something. You got to have spirit and truth to keep this. Listen, we can't keep Torah without the Spirit.
Amen.
If you think you can, you're fooling yourself. Torah was designed for one purpose, and that is to kill our flesh. I shared this last night about the Proverbs where it says there's a way that seems right unto, and you put your name, Jimmy, that only leads to destruction. Because there's a way to me that I want to follow that Yahweh says, no, that's not the way. But if you'll follow my way, you'll be led by my Spirit. You'll be in life. And this is how he showed it to me. He said, Jimmy, if you want to break a generational curse in your family, when you are faithful, they'll be faithful.
Amen. Yes.
When you walk in Torah, they'll walk in Torah. When you live this, not talk this, but live this, they'll live this. Because behind closed door, they know Dr. Jekyll, they know Mr. Hyde. And we come out here and we're like, I'm blessed. But Yahweh's like, come on, guys. Let's deal with the issues so you can be blessed, so we can be overcomers, so we can be the light. So I want to challenge you, and this is on my heart. You know, as we were praying, as the worship was going up, man, I just saw like a portal just open up over this place.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
See, think about the name. You don't get a name for just any reason, right?
Tabernacle.
So this is called the tabernacle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, there's going to come a day, this is going to really be the tabernacle. In
Yes.
Minneapolis, where people are going to come from afar to come to find refuge. They're going to come and find the presence of the Lord and be able to come and be refreshed.
Hallelujah.
Be healed, be renewed. So don't take it for granted. Don't just think like, okay, yeah, that's the, like that. You know, the charismatics all say that. No. We have the full package now. We've got spirit and truth. We got what we need to stay in the boundaries, to be in life. See, don't let yourself get settled with what you have, because when you do, all of a sudden you get complacent. And all of a sudden you'll walk away, you'll lose your first love. And I remember I was saying, Lord, I love you. And God like, yes, you love me. I'm like, Lord, I love you. He's like, you do? Okay, we'll see. And I shared this last night. I said, you know, things had got slow. Doors started closing. Dates weren't coming in. And I've got a family. I got people to support. And I'm like, Lord, I got to put my hand to the plow. I got to go to work. And so I find myself in a restaurant called The Goat. Think about it. The Goat. I'm a Messianic believer working in a place called The Goat. And all of a sudden, as I'm peeling shrimp and dealing with pork, because it's a nation's place, and we are in the nations, and guess who's there? Yahweh's sitting there waiting on me. Because he knew if Jimmy stayed in the same rut that he was in, doing what he was doing, if he didn't close doors, Jimmy will still be doing what he's doing, going off the path. See, this thing can become religious real quick. And God will be saying, why don't you stop and spend time with me? But Lord, we've got to do this. We've got to go here. We've got to go there. Yeah, wait a minute. You ain't got to go nowhere, but spend time with me.
Mm-hmm.
If spending time with him isn't priority number one, everything is out of order. Because all of a sudden, if you don't spend time with him, guess what happened? We'll start listening to the enemy's voice. And we'll be swearing as Yahweh because it sounds good to our intellect, but his spirit inside of us keep going, check, don't go that way. And we're like, no, I'm going this way. And then all of a sudden, one day we go to a service and somebody challenges us and say, why don't you say to Yahweh, Father, I'll give you everything. And all of a sudden you open your mouth and you say, Father, I'll give you everything. And he says, that's what I've been waiting on. I've been waiting on you to tell me that you'll give me everything. And in the midst of giving everything, he begins shutting doors. And as he's shutting doors and drying things up, you're crying out, going, what's going on? And he's like, come on, I want you to come see me. And so you go after him and you find yourself in a place called The Goat. And you're in the midst of this place, and Yahweh's there. And all of a sudden he starts talking to you about your marriage. How can two be one unless they die? While you're cutting shrimp. And I'm thinking, what are you doing here? And he's like trying to speak to you. And in the midst of doing that, he starts showing me, if you don't die, you can't become one. So what is this whole movement about? If it ain't about being the light, then what are we doing here? Did we trade one fad for another? Because I'm sure some of us was charismatic Baptists, Pentecostal, Lutheran, right? Catholics. It's like, I'm just to the point now, I'm just like, God, all I want is more of you. Yes. I said this last night, because the anticipation is, as we're counting the Omer, I was just thinking about it, we're coming up into that day where Abba is going to, guess what again? Reveal himself. And if you're ready, he'll remove the veil and reveal himself in ways you'll be like, you'll never be the same. See, I'm almost 48 years old. And I don't want to go to 48 and be the same. I don't want to be 48 and be the same. I want to be changed. So I look at these cycles. If these cycles isn't taking us higher into the presence of the King, if it's not drawing us closer, why are we doing it? So let me encourage you. What we have is not enough. And it was great this morning, don't get me wrong. Like my brother said, I felt the washing. There was a washing that was happening in this place. Now let me leave you with this. Tabernacle, you can't go back. So if you try to go back, the place will fall apart. Because this is a place where the glory of the Lord is supposed to be. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
This is the place where the glory of the Lord is supposed to be. So when you go to your next service of worship, you should never go back. You're always going up the mountain. You're always going higher in Him. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you don't need all that stuff. No, we need every bit that He wants to give. Amen? Amen. Deuteronomy 11:26. See, I am setting before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessings when you obey the command of Yahweh your Elohim, which I command you today, and the curse if you do not obey the command of Yahweh your Elohim. But turn aside from the way which I command you today, to go after other mighty ones, which you have not known. And it shall be when Yahweh your Elohim has brought you into the land which you go to possess, that you shall put the blessings on Mount Gizrim and the curse on Mount Ebal. Go over to 12, Deuteronomy 12. Verse 1. And these are the statutes and rules that you shall be careful to do in the land that the Lord your God of your fathers has given you to possess all the days of your life on the earth. You shall surely destroy all the places where the nations whom you shall dispossess serve their gods, on the high mountains, on the hills, under the green trees. You shall tear down the altars and dash in pieces their pillars, and burn the Asherim with fire. You shall chop down the carved images of their gods and destroy their name out of that place. You shall not worship the Lord your God in that way. You shall not worship the Lord your God in that way. You shall not worship the Lord your God in that way. But you shall seek the place that the Lord your God will choose out of all your tribes to put His name and make His habitation there. There you shall go. Father, we just come before you, Lord, and we just ask you, Lord, what we know not, teach us. What we have not, give us. What we are not, make us. Lord, every word that is not your word, let it fall to the ground.
Amen.
God, every
Yes.
word is yours. Let it plant a seed to bring forth a harvest for the kingdom. In Yeshua's name. In Deuteronomy 11, Yahweh tells Moses that He wanted him to experience Him. He wanted him to see Him. See, that's what Abba wants all of us to do, is to be able to have an experience with Him so much that when we come into His house, in our own house, that we should be having an experience with the King, that literally everywhere we go, we're changing lives for the kingdom. Amen? Come on, do you believe that? Yes. He wants us to be life changers, changing lives for His kingdom. In Deuteronomy 11:27, He tells us a blessing. There's a blessing if you obey. Notice this, the Torah is not salvation. Did you get that? Torah is not salvation, which is a free gift. Torah is conditional. We get to choose. We get to walk in Torah. It's about the walk. Will we choose life or will we choose death? Remember in Proverbs, I told you, it says there's a way that seems right unto men, but the end is destruction. But if you don't walk in Torah, you're going to choose death. So that's why He said before you, I set before you life, death, blessing, and cursing. Here's the answer. Life. Walk in life. Walk in the blessing. Walk in the instructions. And if you walk in the instructions, you will be in life and not in death. In Deuteronomy 11:28, again, we have this condition to receive the curse. When we follow other gods, let me ask you this. What has your heart? What has your heart? Because whatever has your heart, if it's not Yahweh, then it's a foreign God. Anybody got a little cell phone? Cell phone in the back? May I see for just 1 second? So like for instance, when you're in that deep coma-like sleep, you know what I'm talking about? Come on, congregation. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. I'm sure you guys sleep, right? When you're in that deep coma-like sleep and all of a sudden this little this little thing goes off at 3 a.m. in the morning and it goes ding. And all of a sudden, instead of you getting up and saying, Yahweh, thank you for another day to be alive, restoring your spirit, we just begin to feed and rub on it.
Oh, that is so funny.
Maybe you don't do yours that way. But you just feed on it and you feed on it. You feed on it and then you flip through like Facebook to every book on there. And all of a sudden, before you know it, it's 7 a.m. And you're still flipping. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh, I got to go to work. And then you decide to get in your car and say, God, I need you to bless my mess. And you're like, just show up, Lord. And he's like, wait a minute, I'm not your genie. You got up this morning and the first thing you did was feed your idol and you didn't spend time with it. So if you want to know if this has become an idol to you, lose it.
I did, yeah.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And see what comes out of you. Flesh or spirit? Because all of a sudden, before you know it, if we're not careful, technology is great, and thank you, Yahweh, for technology, but can I tell you, it's dumbing us down?
Mm-hmm.
Besides the point, when it goes off at 3 a.m., hear me, don't pick it up. Let me say it again. Don't pick it up. Because all of a sudden, you're going to find yourself feeding on it, and then you'll hear this message in your ear. So who do you serve?